Hello, my friends. Today I talk about dyslexia. Dyslexia is a disorder of literacy learning of a persistent and specific nature which occurs in children who do not have any physical motors, visual or any other type or disability was. Origin seems to derive from a developmental disorder. People with dyslexia have normal intelligence and usually also normal vision. Most children with dyslexia can succeed in school with the help of a tutor or a specialized teaching program. Emotional emotional support also plays an important role. According to CIE 10 International Classification of Mental Illness, dyslexical characteristic manifests difficult in reciting the alphabet, denom- um, denominating letters, performing simple rhymes, and analyzing of classifying sounds. Reading is characterized by omission, substitution, distortion, investing or addition, slums, hesitation, visual tracking problem, and impaired comprehension. According to DSM-5 TR, it's the Diagnostical and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders encompasses dyslexia, within learning disorders with the name of reading disorder and states that the essential characteristics of dyslexia is performance in reading, precision, speed or comprehension, which substantially below the speed level based in chronological age, intellectual quotient, and calling of the individual age. Cause of dyslexia. The etiology of dyslexia is a very controversial issue that has sparked extensive debate in recent decades. Numerous causes have been explosive to explain dyslexia, and and its existence has even been questioned. At present, neuroimaging studies had led to believe that dyslexia has a neurobiological basis. That is, in the brains of dyslexic, there is an alteration during neuronal formation in which a certain growth of neurons and glial cells do not they migrate properly during embryonic development, forming clusters called ectopies that disorganized the connection inside the cortex environment in both in the literature. This neurodevelopmental alteration may have a genetic origin. Science it is estimated that dyslexia had more than 16% genetic load, and in addition, recent research has identified several chromosomatic regions that appear to by in both in the developmental of dyslexia, among which highlights the alteration of a gene located of chromosome 15 that could participate in the formation of ectopies. Symptom. Symptoms of dyslexia can be difficult to reconcile before your child starts going to school, but are some early signs that might indicate a problem. Once the child reaches school age, your child teacher may be the first to notice the problem. The severity varies, but the condition usually becomes more evident when the child begins to learn to read. And before school signs that indicate that the young child might be at risk of having dyslexia included. Uh, take take time to start talking. Learn new words at a slow pace. Problems forming words properly, such as reversing word sounds or school age. Once you're trying inside school, the signs and symptoms of dyslexia may become more visible, including a reading level well below what is expected for age, problems and progressing and understanding what you hear, other difficult finding the right words on formulating answer to question. Um, Difficult things and occasionally hearing similarities and difference between letters and words. Inability to pronounce now words, difficult as spell, take more time than usual to complete tasks that involve reading or writing. Avoid activities that involve reading. Teenagers and adults. The signs of dyslexia in adolescents and adults are similar to those of children. Some of the frequent signs and symptoms of dyslexia in adolescents and adults are difficult reading, every reading aloud, slow and difficult reading and writing, problems to spell, um, about activities that involve reading, bad pronunciation of names or words, or trouble remembers words, uh, problems to understand jokes of expression that may not be easy to understand from specific words, for example, idioms, take more time than usual to complete tasks, difficult summarizing a story, problems learning a foreign language, difficult memorizing, for example, difficult solving mathematical problems. The risk factors for dyslexia are the following: family story or dyslexia or other learning difficulties, for example, premature birth or low birth weight, other exposure to nicotine, drugs, alcoholic beverages, or an infection during pregnancy. Treatment. The treatment consists of therapy. Most writing with dyslexia can get aids in the school with the help of tutors, psychologists, or specialists in education on programs. Thank you. Gracias.